Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello Technocrat friends, my name is Vina Devita Amelia, student at Universitas Technocrat Indonesia with student ID 2441115A. Okay, here I will explain about macroeconomic understanding the big picture. Okay, this presentation explore macroeconomy. Macroeconomy is the branch of economics that study the behavior and performance of an economy as a whole. It focuses on aggregate change in the economy such as growth rate, unemployment, inflation, and gross domestic product (GDP). By analyzing these phenomena, macroeconomic provide insight into the functioning of an economy and inform policy decision aimed at promoting economic stability and growth. Okay, next, measuring economic performance. Number 1, gross domestic product (GDP). GDP represents the total monetary value of all final goods and service product within a country borders over a specific time period. It serves as a comprehensive scorecard of a country's economic health. GDP can be measured using their approaches. Expenditure approach, summing up consumption, investment, government spending, and net export. Export minus import. Okay, income approach, adding up all income earned by individuals and business, including work profit and tax minus subsidy. Production or output approach, calculating the value added at each stage of production. Real GDP, actuals for inflation, providing a more accurate reflection of an economic size and how it's growing over time. Number 2, inflation. Inflation is the rate at which the general level of price for goods and services rise, eroding purchasing power. It is commonly measured by indicators such as the Consumer Price Index (CPI) and the GDP deflator. Moderate inflation is normal in a growing economy, but high inflation can be detrimental, leading to uncertainty and decreased investment. Conversely, deflation, a decrease in the general price level can lead to reduced consumer spending and economic stagnation. Number 3, unemployment. The unemployment rate, measuring the percentage of the labor force that is jobless and actively seeking employment. Types of unemployment include fractional employment, short-term unemployment during transaction between jobs, structural employment, mismatch between workers' skill and job requirement, cyclical employment resulting from economic downturns. High unemployment indicates underutilization of labor resources and can lead to decreased economic output and social issues. The business cycle. The business cycle refers to the fluctuation in economic activity that an economy experiences over time, consisting of periods of expansion and contraction. Expansion, characterized by increasing economic indicators such as employment, income, and production. Peak, the height of economic growth after which a downturn begins. Recession, a significant decline in economic activity across the economy lasting more than a few months. Trough, the last point of the cycle leading to a new phase of expansion. Understanding the business cycle help policymakers implement a measuring to mitigate the adverse effect of economic downturns. Fiscal policy involves government decision on taxation and spending to influence economic activity. Government spending and budgets on goods, services, and public projects can stimulate economic growth and reduce unemployment. Taxation, adjusting tax rates, influences consumer spending and investment. Expansionary fiscal policy encourages spending or tax cuts, aims to boost economic activity during a recession, while contractionary policy reduces spending or tax increase, can cool down an overheating economy. Monetary policy is conducted by a country central bank to manage money supply and interest rates. Interest rates are lowering rates can encourage borrowing and investing. Raising rates can help control inflation. Money supply, controlling the amount of money circulating in the economy to maintain price stability and support economic growth. Effective monetary policy aims to achieve low inflation, low unemployment, and stable economic growth. Aggregate supply and demand. The aggregate supply and demand model explains price level and output throughout the relationship between total supply and total demand. Aggregate demand (AD). The total demand for goods and services in an economy at a given overall price level and in a given time period. Aggregate supply (AS). The total supply of goods and services that from in an economy plan on selling during a specific time period. Equilibrium, the point where AD equals AS, determining the equilibrium price level and output. So an AD or AS can lead to change in economic output and price level, influencing inflation and unemployment rates. Economic growth. Economic growth refers to the increase in the inflation adjusted market value of the goods and service produced by an economy over time. Shortages. Technological progress in innovation that improves productivity. Capital accumulation. Investment in physical capital like machinery and infrastructure, human capital, education and training that inject worker skill. Sustained economic growth leads to higher living standard and improved economic well-being. International trade and finance. International economic examines how countries interact through trade and financial flows. Exchange rates determine the value of one currency relative to another, affecting trade comparativeness. Balance of payment, a record of economic transaction between the sides of a country and the result. Macroeconomic challenge. Inequality, the unequal distribution of income and wealth. Debt, high level of public and private debt. Sustainability, balancing economic growth with environmental protection. Consolation. Okay. Key takeaways. Number 1, economic balance. Number 2, growth factors. And number 3, global impact. Macroeconomic is crucial. It helps us understanding economic force. We can then address challenges together. We can shape a stable and prosperous future. Okay, thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you.